he might just have his number. What's in favour of Sage Throne is the stables come very, very well as well. They're running well.
And they've put in a pacemaker in the form of, I think it's called Happy Colors.
Happy Colors, number 8, that's right. They've got a pacemaker. If that's his tactics, he's trying the trip for the first time. So they want to gallop on, but it's still going to be hard, I think, to lower the Grey's colours.
Then for third, we both in agreement that Alexander looks the right horse in the race. Just having a look at the weights here left, badly out, 6 kgs with number 1. I worked it out, 5 kgs with number 2. So although he's on the up after trying him over a bit of ground on a hat trick, one would think we'll battle on these weight terms.
Yeah, you know, the smaller the field, it could end up being a clustered finish again. I think this horse is very improved over ground. When he won his maiden by 9, he barely took a deep breath, and he backed it up with another good win. He could be the horse that's on the up while the others are in their place. So I'm inclined to say throw him into your picks, not your POs if you're going for larger ones now, but I really think he could muddy the waters a bit.
3-1 support for him, 3.40 for a win. Number 5, Alexander. And then for fourth, very difficult. We know the Duchess of York won over the weekend. Piano Forest and 8 Happy Colors, Stamina Doubts. The only other horse left is number 3.
Yes, I agree with you. With the other two, try. One's a pacemaker, one's trying the trip, one's inclined to go with the proven stayers, and hence Eton Mess for fourth. Erratic horse, but every now and then throws in a wobbler.
You can either bank 1 or 2 in the pair. We've decided let's take a chance with number 1. Should be good enough left.
Should be good enough, definitely. Stables red hot.
Thanks for that. Place accumulator pool now approaching 850,000 Rand, 2,600 meters in the heat. Sage Throne tactics here for Two Oceans Racing and Robbie Scott, who also owns number 8 Happy Colors. Let's make this a true run race. You have a look at Sage Throne's form. All his staying races, in fact, his last 2 starts, he's just been caught flat-footed for most of the way and doing his best work when the race is over. So this could be a smart move here from the stable by putting in a number 8 Happy Colors. But Paul siding with Night to Remember, who is slightly worse off at the weights with number 1 Sage Throne. Place accumulator pool now hitting 850,000 Rand. Sap-toed favoritism between numbers 2 and 5. But topping bookmakers' boards there is number 2, Night to Remember, marginally ahead of number 1, Sage Throne. Let's go upstairs to our race commentator, Sheldon Peters.
They're set, and they are racing away from that 2,600 meter marker. Happy Colors as expected, the first one to show. Piano Forest in the pink silks is right there at the rail. Yellow blinkers of Eton Mess to slot it into that third position, looking to race an Indian File, and they do so as they go past the winning post for the first time. Happy Colors there to ensure a good gallop by 3. Piano Forest second, 3 lengths away Eton Mess, 4 lengths away Night to Remember, and Sage Throne looks on from the end of the line, and Happy Colors is really stretching them out with Alexander last of the 6-horse party. They go down towards the 1,800 meter area, and you're going to find Happy Colors by 3 lengths to the good. From Piano Forest in second, similar distance Eton Mess. Then comes Night to Remember, the striking greys, about 10 lengths off this leader. 2.5 lengths Sage Throne, and a further 2 lengths back to Alexander. The 3 fancied runners lagging at the end of the field as Happy Colors sets the fractions towards the 1,500 and escapes by 5 lengths to the good. Piano Forest is racing alone in second, then comes Eton Mess. Night to Remember's got 2 lengths on Sage Throne, in turn a length and 3/4 to Alexander. Wagging the tail, this 14 lengths off the leader. They move their way down to the 1,200 meter area, and Happy Colors sets the scene in front, and it's a good scene, a good pace to say that, clear by 4. Back in second is Piano Forest, 2 lengths Eton Mess, then Night to Remember. Sage Throne just throwing his head around for a stride or 2, and there's a move from Alexander. Alexander now races up alongside to Night to Remember. Happy Colors just slowing things down in front as they go down towards the final 850 by 3. Piano Forest continues to lob along in that second position. Eton Mess, Night to Remember. Alexander now goes past him. Sage Throne is the trailer. There's only 8 lengths in it now. Happy Colors has done his work in front. Let's see how much left he's got in the tank. From in second, Piano Forest. Alexander moves early. Alexander continues to build up on the outside. Knight, remember, now gets a shake of the reins, and Sage Throne going to angle to the outside. Alexander, though, burst into the lead as they came to the 300. Knight, remember, Sage Throne now looms to the outside. He's still got about 3 to make up, but he is starting to warm up nicely. Alexander at the 200. Sage Throne and Knight, to remember, now coming out. Alexander digs down the last 100, and it's Alexander. Eaton Mess is running late, but Alexander's won it. Alexander fended them off. Knight, to remember, second. Sage Throne, and then came Eaton Mess. Alexander made that move at around the 900-meter marker. From last, he passed the 2 favourites, and he stays on for the victory. Well, Alexander, stayer worth sticking with in the future. Obviously, he won the maiden. He then stepped up to the merit rate at 74, disposed of the opposition, and now he's beaten the big guns, both Knight, to remember, and Sage Throne. And he has the new kid on the block, Alexander, a talented son of Dynasty, and he's starting to find his feet. He's reeled off the hat-trick, and he wins it by a length and a half. Knight, remember, second. Sage Throne, and then came Eaton Mess. Well, the gallop was a good one up front, up until about the 800, and that's when Happy Colours called it a day. And Alexander was alert, made his move at about the 9,000-meter marker, and then went on for the victory. Knight, to remember, and Sage Throne, they looked to challenge up the outside, but the last 100, Alexander finds a lot more. Alexander wins this. Knight, to remember, Sage Throne, Eaton Mess, back to the studio.
Our third race, Scottsville, and number 5, Alexander, making it 3 in a row, beating home number 2, Knight, to remember, your favourite, 1, Sage Throne, and number 3, Eaton Mess. 5-2-1-3, your third.
We've just seen the running of race number 3. Well done to the connections of Alexander, Glenn Cotson and his team, Besson, Freddie, Neil Patrick Smith with the son of Dynasty. Fricks, I mentioned in my preview that, the source just at the weights, he looks to have a bit of work to do, but he's obviously on the up, and he seems to be enjoying it over this added journey.
Yeah, it is. First, I just want to say congratulations to all the partners. I mean, they've been very, very patient with us. I mean, he's an absolute nightmare. I mean, if you see what he does at track, I mean, you would never ever even want to think of riding him around a turn. But you know what? Thank you to my work rider Eric. I mean, he's done a hell of a lot of work with this horse, and he got him to know him. And getting back with him, yes, I mean, there was a Merirater race that was supposed to be up, but with all the horses that went up the 6 points, they only picked up the Merirating races by 4. So I mean, and then the field never stood up, and they put up the Pinnacle plates. So now you got to hold your breath to see what they penalise him. But you know what? I mean, we're more than happy to take the win. I just want to take this opportunity to thank all our clients that's been very, very staunch towards us, and the ones that's been very, very patient, because I mean, it's so difficult to try and get the horses to the races, and then yet you get people that sort of put pressure on you the whole time. And I mean, it's so hard, but you know what? It's part of the game. I was going to say thank you to my wife and kids back home as well, and also my mother came to visit. So yeah, and then just to Anthony, it's his first winner for me down here in Durban for us. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
He looks like a horse worth following now with these sort of trips, Fricks.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if you've got a nice day, I mean, you can always go for these type